They bought their first home. They're starting to make their first mortgage payments. Let's say they're in their mid-20s and they want to start thinking about retirement, 40 years down the road.
Mhm.
Where does somebody start on the investing wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually we were given a kind of like an order of operations that I really, really like. And David from our office, he actually it's a perfect analogy for you and I to talk about. So he thinks of your financial well-being as a house. So you have to build the house, right? So the first step to a house is the foundation. So that is your emergency savings.
Okay.
So this house purchase that you just made, you probably used a large chunk of money to make it. You need to make sure that your short-term expenses are taken care of in the event that something happens to you. So that's the foundation. From there, you need walls, windows, doors, then you can start thinking about paint. So, after the emergency savings is good, your monthly cash flow is good. Typically, the best retirement vehicle is your 401k through work.
Okay.
Because the 401k is going to typically come with a match. If a casino offered doubling your money instantly, guaranteed, everybody would be at that casino, right?
Right. Yeah.
401k will typically match 3-4% of what you're contributing to it. Um, so that by itself, I mean, it just supercharges the money that you're putting into it. And then the other half of that is there's tax benefits to it.
Sure.
So there's pre-tax, post-tax, all of that goes into the planning conversation that you should have for yourself as far as what's best. But yeah, I mean, a 401k, I mean, an employer wants to see you succeed in retirement. They want to give you that benefit or that option to eventually stop working. And that's a really great way to do it. After that, Roth IRA, traditional IRA, that's the next step personally. So you can have a 401k, which is, an IRA account within your employer plan. And then there's an IRA separately personally. So that's another, again, very tax advantage, tax beneficial way for you to save for retirement. Both of those things are, at 59 and a half or later. Um, from there, if you then, there's limits to each of those things. So if you're butting up to that, you are really, really positioning well for end of, life income stream.
Sure.
After that, and really, again, when I say start with the plan, say you have an expense that you really know that you're going to have 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road. And you don't want your money just sitting in an account doing nothing. So you want to put it to work for you.
Sure.
So outside of those IRA products, because that's 59 and a half, and if you pull money out of that early, you're going to get penalized for it. So
Right.
that's not the best vehicle for something 5 years down the road if you're 25, right?
Right.
So outside of that, again, it's risk tolerance, time horizon. So what level of risk are you willing to take to get the reward that typically comes from it?
Mhm.
And that comes in the way of, savings. And then you go into the market, which is stocks, bonds, investing in companies or lending companies money on a fixed rate of return or with an expected rate of return.
Sure.
And that can be done in a standard investment account. We call it non-qualified account. So
Yeah.
IRAs are qualified monies.
Yeah.
Non-qualified accounts are just that, non-IRA accounts.
Okay. We'll get into that here in a little bit, the different types of investment vehicles.